Welcome to the Lynnie Motivates podcast, formerly Wild and Free Healthy You. You were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. This podcast is your reminder that you can rewire those programs so you can take back the control in your own life. It's for the woman who's done the work, the books, the planners, the podcasts, the courses, the events, maybe even coaching, but still feels off, behind in life, maybe even quietly unraveling inside. If people say you're strong and have it all together, but inside sometimes you feel a little scattered or wonder, why can't I follow through anymore? What's wrong with me? You're not alone. I'm Lynnie, certified self-talk trainer, life coach, and creator of The Bold Evolution of Self-Talk. This isn't more mindset talk or a rah-rah session. It's a novel and science-based approach to rewiring your brain at the root level so real change finally sticks. We're talking neuroplasticity, baby. Because what you say when you talk to yourself, it matters. And it becomes your future. Let's upgrade those programs. Let's build from stability now. Have you ever said, why can't I just get it together? What's wrong with me? I should be further ahead by now. If you've ever said any of those words, this is going to be for you. We're going to be talking about this because you're not alone. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. Let's talk about what's really going on here. And that is your self-talk. I'm going to tell you a little story about myself. By the way, I'm Lynnie Wennerstrom. I'm a self-talk trainer and a life coach. And I'm going to talk to you about what happened in November. And that was my husband of 35 years. He passed. And we're going to talk about where I felt unstable, unmoored, unbalanced, and like I was all alone. And it was a very uncomfortable feeling for me. And I was thinking those things, like I should be able to get this together. Yes, I know there's grief. Yes, I know I'm a spiritual person. I know that I can carry on. And what happened was because of my self-talk, being a self-talk trainer and leaning into the self-talk as I have learned it, it's what rewired my brain to move through it. But during that time, I felt incredibly unstable. I felt like I was on a ship that was constantly back and forth. You know, I felt like I couldn't find my footing, but I didn't know it day to day. I felt like I was moving forward and I was doing good, and then a gut punch with the grief, or somebody I'd see somebody walking with their husband, or just going shopping, doing normal things. A person never knows what is going to happen, how they're going to process what is going on, and so that feeling unmoored and unstable after having been with someone, I was 26, and being with him for 35 years, that was and it wasn't expected. Yes, he was sick for a while and he had some issues, but coming home, I thought for sure he was going to make it. And when he passed and took his last breath, it was almost like I couldn't believe it. And so it's still, I mean, I'm a human being, and so I have those experiences, but I feel less and less unmoored and more like I'm learning, who am I without Steve, my husband? Who am I now? And who am I without him after 35 years? And so this isn't just for, I share the story because the things that change us, like that have us feeling like it doesn't really matter. You could have gone on through life and you could be in your 40s or 50s or 60s or 70s or 80s. It doesn't matter where you are, but you're having this experience of feeling unstable. And I don't mean unstable mentally. I mean like you just don't feel, the world is kind of crazy, and however you're viewing it, I don't watch the news, but there's nothing good on the news. And it doesn't matter if you're watching the news, it's all over, social media. If you're even anywhere on any social media, you're seeing how the world is, and it can feel debilitating. And if you add to that your own feeling unstable, like you haven't gotten it together yet, that you should be further ahead by now. Why aren't you? This is all, I wanted to share this story because it's like you juggling responsibilities, like spinning plates and ping-ponging things all over the place, and things going from one thing to another, and really not feeling stable, not knowing exactly where you're at. Maybe something happened that was a life event, like what happened for me, or maybe it's something totally different, or you've just come to a place where all of a sudden you're feeling that you should be further ahead by now. You're getting too late. You should have, like, what is your purpose? How are you serving others? What are you doing? And why are you still in that relationship if it's not doing well by you, and you feel like you're not doing well in your life or any of those things? So I've kind of gone on and on because I want to encompass that whole feeling unstable in your life, in your own skin. And this is what I want you to understand, that first of all, we're going to talk about programs, because what I teach in a nutshell is neuroplasticity, and that is your brain's ability to rewire itself until you take your very last breath. And all of this stuff like that, the listening to the right self-talk, the right phrases is what, and repetition on repetition, that is what is going to help you to find stability in your life, because you're going to rewire your brain with the programs that work for you. Just know that there's nothing wrong with you. You're doing just fine. You're exactly where you want to be. As cliche as it sounds, I'm telling you right now, call it spiritual, call it whatever, but on your journey, where you are supposed to be is exactly where you are right now. And if you're watching this and it's resonating with you, any part of it, then keep on watching, because there's probably some more gold nuggets in here for you that's going to help you to help relieve some of the anxiety and stress and nervousness. Because let me just explain, 95% of your programs, of what you're thinking, is coming from your subconscious mind. 95%. And let me explain this cycle for you, because this is, people think, I'm all messed up. Like, what is wrong with me? Why am I not further ahead? So this is coming from your programming. Let me explain that. I'm going to go this way because I think that's the right way for the way you're looking at it. I don't think it's this way that I'm going. But anyway, so your programs, the programs, think of your brain as a computer, an amazing, fantabulous supercomputer. By the way, it's way more than that. But think about it for right now, for the programs that you're running, because on planet Earth, in the 3D realm, and I'm not talking about the spiritual, I'm talking about the brain, and just the brain. I'm not talking about your gut brain or your heart brain, or I'm talking about your brain, okay, runs on programs. And so those programs this is how it works. So your programs create your beliefs. So programs create your beliefs create your attitudes. So your attitudes about whatever it is that you're believing, your attitudes create your emotions, your feelings around that. That's how you can start seeing how it works, this little cycle. And then your feelings and emotions create your actions and behaviors, and then your actions and behaviors, that creates your outcomes and your results. So it's like this whole cycle that's happening that gets you where you are. So your programs equals your outcomes. So whatever your programs are, that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that you're amazing and you can do absolutely anything, those are programs. And then your actions, over here, I'm not worthy, programs, I'm not worthy, I'll never be good enough, I'll never have enough money, programs. Beliefs, right? These are beliefs based on your programs. Let's go to the outcome. Procrastinating, not getting things done, scared to move, frozen in survival mode, anxiety, stress, because you don't believe over here that you're worthy, or that you're enough, or that you will ever be able to excel in anything, or that you'll ever make it in your life. Because whatever reason, that's the program running, which creates your beliefs, which creates your attitudes about it, which creates the emotions, the feelings about it, emotions and feelings. and then your actions and your behaviors and then your results. That's how it flows. That's your flow. And when you can go all the way and change those programs, that's where you make incredible change. And actually I'm showing this, and this is on YouTube, but this is also my podcast. So if you're listening, you can watch this on YouTube to see how I'm moving my hand, but basically I'm just moving my hand from left to right to show the progression of that cycle. The good news, I just want you to know that the programs that you have right now can be rewired so easily, passively, with almost no effort whatsoever, except to push start on the app that I'll share with you. It's 30 days free, and that's Dr. Shad Helmstedter's app of positive self-talk. So that's how you can rewire. And I want to explain something about when you are, okay, so your program says you're not good enough. You'll never be good enough. Whatever the beliefs you have, and then let's go from the beliefs into a state of mind. So the state of mind is survival. When you are in survival, you are in fight or flight or freeze. It is your sympathetic system. Your nervous system is crap. And when you are there, you are in survival mode. When you are in survival mode, everything gets like very straightforward. And let me explain. When you are in call it rest and digest or any of that, you're expansive. You're not in fear. So you can create. You can do anything. You have no fear. But you think about, they talk about the tiger, right? Coming, or a coyote or something, somebody coming to collect the rent and you don't have the money, or whatever it is, but there's a fear. Like just think of the tiger coming and it's ready to get you, right? It's going to jump and you're going to run, right? That is fight or flight. And it's like, are you going to fight the tiger or are you going to run as fast as you can? And so here's what happens with the body. It's like very limited systems are working and there's no digestion, because digestion only happens, like if you had eaten something, it's just going to sit there like a rock in your stomach. It is not going to digest because your body is all about your survival. You are in sympathetic. So your body is narrow, run. That's where most people live right now. They live in some form of that. And so there's a lot of no digesting correctly and health and all other kinds of things that are happening because of that. So, but that is not my point. My point is what happens when you are in that fight or flight. You are unable to see options, opportunities, to create, to think expansively because you don't feel safe. And so I want you to understand that creating from within, that there is nothing outside of you that is going to save you. It's all within. And what I want for you is to help you. I am all about helping you to get stable, because I was so unstable in my life with my husband. And when he got sick, and then when he passed, now 10 months ago, during the beginning, it was 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot. There was a lot of survival going on. A lot of the taxes were due. I had never done taxes. Everybody was calling me to get everything done that needed to be done. It was that time of year, and I didn't know anything about investments. I didn't know. I knew we talked about stuff, but he did all of that. So I was very, very focused, and I was in survival, and I felt very, very unstable. And it was only when I used my self-talk, it's what got me through. So it just using my own self-talk, the positive self-talk, and look at that sunset. Isn't it gorgeous? So beautiful. I wanted to do this before it got too dark. So hopefully I'll get this. I'm going to wind up very quickly here, because this whole thing is about you finding stability in your life. What I do is I help you to change your negative self-talk to positive, to find stability in your life, to understand you were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. And when you understand that unlimited promise and potential is still there. That says there's Happy Beans just came out with her toy. There's two puppies. Look at that sunset. Anyway, I'm not sure why she decided to do that, but my point is, you were born with that unlimited promise and potential, and it is still there. It is still there. I want to help you to get that back, because when you get that, when you understand how powerful you really are, and that you can find that stability, and that the thinking, it's not like you're not going to be a human and you're not going to have emotions. If you, like for me, my husband and his passing. Okay, Happy Beans, por favor, ¿puedo poner eso en la casa? 1 second, please. I'm going to... Okay, vamos en la casa. Vamos en la casa. Whee! Okay, hopefully that will work for a second. So we'll wrap this up. This whole thing of when he left, and I felt so unstable and so lost in many ways. And if it weren't for specifically one important, not just a saying, but an understanding and a knowing that I have, and that is that everything is a message for positive change. Absolutely everything. From him leaving this planet, because I 100% believe that he chose it all, I chose it all, like it's all been chosen, so how could it possibly be wrong? That kept me buoyed. But the self-talk that I listened to, and my own self-talk, just really was transformative for me and got me through all of that, and continues to get me through that. It's not like I don't feel the humanness of missing him and all of that, but it's that companionship, those things that were so important to me that now are just gone. First they're here, then they're gone. It's not like I don't experience that, but I have rewired my brain that says, I got this, I can do it, I believe in myself. And that has been several years now that I have been rewiring. And I'm telling you, it doesn't take very long to do it, to rewire your brain. So when I say it doesn't take very long, it takes 21 days to change a habit. Think about that. So 21 days, that's really when you start breaking down you think about the neural pathways that you have. Think about all these highways and of neurons and that are being creating these neural pathways and that are blinking all over. Think of lightning strikes and stuff, and they're striking, but you want them all to go in like together in synchronicity of the positive, that you got this, you can do this. And that is, I wanted to share that because this is really important. And I want you to understand survival versus stability. I want you to think about being so focused on survival rather than the expansive of stability, from coming from within, that stability factor. And that's what I want you to get more than anything. The clarity comes from the internal rewiring of your brain, not externally. It's not something outside of you that's going to change it. Now, you might have tools that are outside of you that are going to help you, like rewiring your brain with the right self-talk phrases and things of that nature. But it's you and it's how you're thinking and rewiring your programs so for your outcomes. And I just showed, if this is the podcast, I just went from left to right. I think I'm left to right. So here's one tangible self-talk phrase for you. And it's telling me I need more light. So let's get going here. I'm going to finish up here. And I will put this in the comments. I am stable. I am safe. I trust myself to handle this moment. And I want you to repeat that 3 times out loud for yourself. Take this self-talk phrase and use it. I am stable. I am safe. I trust myself to handle this moment. That self-trust is really, really powerful. I have created a self-talk phrase, totally free, where you can discover your unique self-talk. It's fun. It's an eye-opening quiz. You'll become a little animal. Maybe you're an otter. Who knows what kind of animal you might be. You can look and see where your self-talk is right now. And it also comes with a starter kit that's going to give you quick clarity, and it's going to show you how to stop the spiral. When I say spiral, I'm talking about a state of mind, right? And a spiral down. Like, rather than spiraling up in life, you start spiraling down because of your state of mind and you're thinking, why am I not further ahead now? And I feel off and behind.
I'm all over the place. I used to say all the time, I'm all over the place. I don't even know who I am anymore. So this whole thing, like, I keep promising myself tomorrow's going to be different. And then I don't do anything. And I start off setting my goals and setting my priorities. And then I never even look at it. And I look back and it's like the day just went by and I didn't get anything done. And I just feel like a loser. And these are things that my clients tell me, and these are things that I said myself. So I know how it is. There is definitely an invisible wall that is stopping you from getting where you want to go, and that is called your self-talk. You can find the link for that self-talk quiz. It's selftalkquiz.scoreapp.com, and it is in the notes. So you'll find it on YouTube, you'll find it in the description, and you'll find it in the notes for the podcast for this episode. Anyway, just know this. I love you so very, very mucho. You can do, be, have, change, create, become absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. It is dark. So if you won't be able to see me, the podcast episode, but on YouTube, we're almost done here. So just know that what I just said, that you are able to change anything. And your self-talk, you were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. And I want to help you to rewire that programming. I want to help you do that. And you'll start with the quiz, and then that's going to help you a lot. So I will chat with you next episode. This is Lynnie Motivates, and I am Lynnie. I love you so very, very much. Again, I'll just say this one last time. You can do, be, change, have, create, become absolutely anything. I believe in you. You can do this. And always, as always, shining my light to brighten yours. And we'll catch you in the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to Lynnie Motivates. I hope today's episode sparked something powerful in you. If it did, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love or leave a quick review. It helps more women find their way back to inner stability. And we all deserve that, don't we? I'll be back next week with another episode to help you rewire the programs that have been holding you back and stopping you, and create the ones that move you forward. You can do, be, have, change, create, become absolutely anything. I believe in you. You can do this. As always, shining my light to brighten yours, and we'll catch you on the next episode.